What's going on? It's Sheev the Wise. Welcome back to Vader's Lair. Heck, we've been doing so much content lately. I mean, first of all, how did I not start with this? Kenobi! Let's go! The Kenobi release date is finally here, man. It's finally here. We finally have confirmation. We were talking about it yesterday, but here it is, the Book of Boba Fett yesterday with the finale, and then now, or I guess it was today, but now we got the Kenobi release date as well, and it makes me speculate when we could get the trailer. Let's talk about the Book of Boba Fett. Let's talk about Obi Wan Kenobi. Let's get in the lair. Let's do it. Let's do it. Welcome back to Vader's Lair, guys. So, as we were just talking about, the Book of Boba Fett last night concluded its first season. Personally, I'm thinking there will be a season 2, but let me know what you guys think in the chat. Do you think there's going to be a season 2 of the Book of Boba Fett right off the bat? And then, did you guys hear about the Kenobi release date? A lot of people are kind of speculating maybe this is damage control, because it seems like a large portion of the fandom didn't love the Book of Boba Fett finale. Personally, I thought it was alright. If you were there for the watch party last night, first of all, thank you for being there. Much love to you guys. We did end up passing 500 subscribers, and then today's been a wild ride in terms of viewership and growth for the channel. So big shout out to you guys. You guys make this happen. So thank you for supporting Vader's Lair, for coming here, smashing like to all these crazy live streams and videos that we do, and then of course subscribing to the channel. It really helps, and you guys do it, man. So thank you all. Thank you guys so much for the growth and for the support, man. I really appreciate it. So with that being said, let's talk about the Kenobi series, man. I'm gonna pull up my notes here because I do have a little bit of notes to go off of today. I have some notes today, right? So the official release date for the Kenobi series is May 25th. We had heard it was probably going to be the back half of May, maybe early June even. The actual dates that we kind of had heard had been, of course, back half of June, or back half of May, which was May 25th apparently, and then we'd heard June 1st and of course May 4th. Although May 4th, I will say now at the top of the show, it is rumored to be the day that we get Bad Batch season 2. From what I've kind of heard and gathered, it's possible we could be getting the Bad Batch season 2 and Kenobi congruently, which I don't know how I'm gonna get any sleep. I barely got any sleep with the Book of Boba Fett. But if Kenobi and Bad Batch release on the same night, your boy is gonna die of a lack of sleep. That's gonna happen. But May 25th, the official release date for Kenobi, is also one day before a Star Wars Celebration, so it's really dope. A lot of the fans might be able to come together through that. It's going to be an awesome time. It's going to be an awesome time, man. I can't believe it's here. You know, good friend of the channel, Tim, had let me know that the date was out, man. It was released. It had come out through a Disney investor call, and in that call, actually, real quick, Andor season 1 was confirmed for 2022, and it sounds like it's going to probably be the back half of the year, maybe October-ish kind of time frame. So awesome to hear. It's kind of been mixed on how many episodes there are going to be, but we can get back into that in a minute here. So with the Kenobi stuff, we actually got a couple things Kenobi related today, but the main thing, obviously the release date. We got a poster for it finally, and in the poster it looks like Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan is holding onto maybe Anakin's lightsaber. So definitely a dope poster. It's the thumbnail of this video if you clicked on it, you know. So it's freaking dope, man. I'm hyped for the Kenobi series. I don't know about you guys. As soon as I found out the release date, it hit me that this show is right around the corner, and it's just blowing my mind how much Star Wars content we are getting in 2022, man. It's wild. So let me know in the chat how excited you are for the Kenobi series. How excited are you for May 25th? On a scale of 1 to 10, let me know, because for me, it's at 1,000,000. It's at 1,000,000. Callisto says, if it's awesome, the lack of sleep will be worth it. Dude, you're not wrong, Callisto. You're not wrong. I need some sleep at some point. Omar Gamer says, I think Obi-Wan is gonna fight Hayden Christensen and Darth Vader, aka Anakin Skywalker. Yes, from what we've heard from Kathleen Kennedy and from a lot of the other people that are working on this show and scooping it out, it seems as though that is going to happen. The rematch of the century between Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi is set to happen in the Kenobi show. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. This is awesome. So much content. Yeah, I know, Darth Chaos. It's content up the wazoo, man. It's content up the wazoo. So, with the Kenobi release dates and everything, it brings up the question of when we're going to get the trailer. And I do want to speculate on that here. So, I mean, the past week or two, with the Super Bowl approaching, I've kind of been thinking, what if the Kenobi trailer comes out on the Super Bowl? Now, I know Matt Risman had hit me up on Twitter and said that Disney will probably, or Bob Iger would probably never pay for the Super Bowl slot. But I don't know, man. Kenobi, I think, is going to be a really big show. I know they probably don't need to promote for it. Look how big Book of Boba Fett got without barely any promotion. But yeah, I think it's possible, though. I think we could see the Kenobi trailer this Sunday, especially with them giving us all of this, the investor call happening today. It just seems like it's coming, man. It's coming. If it doesn't happen on Sunday, it probably could happen in March from what I've heard. So I don't know, man. I'm excited for it. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the chat, because I'm hyped for it, man. I'm hyped for it. Did you guys see Grogu's little pimp walk when he went to the... No, I didn't. I need to fix my setup because everything is just falling everywhere. Do you think we get a standalone trailer or Disney Plus montage? Man, that'd be wild if they don't give us any trailers for this show, which I definitely don't think they're gonna do. I think we'll get a trailer. We'll probably get a couple of trailers, but I don't know how much footage we'll get in it. To your point with the montage, we're probably gonna get a whole bunch of teasers, is really what it is, and a lot of the teasers are gonna have the same footage. That's kind of how they did it for Book of Boba. So I think that's what we can expect. And no, Ash and I did not see his little pimp walk. I gotta watch it again. Carlton Turner says, "Shee, what's up, man? How did you like the finale?" Carlton, it's grown on me more, man. It's grown on me more. I didn't like it as much at first. At first, I would have given it a 6 to a 7. I think it's digested with me. As I've watched the Cad Bane versus Boba Fett fight over and over, man. Like, it's epic, man. It's epic. Like, I love that fight in particular. It really brought the show full circle for me. I just enjoyed it, man. We'll get into it in a minute here. We're gonna talk about the Book of Boba Fett finale. Don't you guys worry. But there was an article from who is this from? Who's this from? I don't remember who the article is from. So the article wouldn't pull up for me, and it is like a pretty, reliable new source and stuff, and it coincides with the Kenobi release date. I don't remember who it was, but I have the notes here. I'll think of it in a minute. Forbes, that's who it was. So there was a Forbes article on the Kenobi series right as the release date kind of dropped, and I'll get into it a little bit here because the first kind of passage it's music to prequel lovers' ears. I'll tell you this. Nothing's working. My computer is blowing up. Okay, hold on. Okay, so the article says here it is a Forbes article on the Obi Wan Kenobi series release date, 17 years since he last played the wise Jedi Master up on the big screen. Actor Ewan McGregor will soon breathe new life into his beloved Star Wars character in the highly anticipated Obi Wan Kenobi series that just announced it will premiere May 25th on Disney+. They go on to say here that they spoke exclusively with Ewan McGregor at Forbes while promoting his new Expedia Super Bowl ad airing this Sunday. Boom, right there. Ewan McGregor already has a Super Bowl ad. Just remember that. Remember that in the back of your mind. When I asked him what he could share right now about his feelings playing Obi-Wan, and he said it was like suiting back up to his iconic robe once again. He says, "Oh my gosh, well, I loved playing him again. I mean, it's quite interesting after the experience of making the first 3 films and living through sort of their reception in the world, which wasn't always glowing, I have to say. And now, meeting the new generation who we made these films for, the children then and now people in their late teens, early 20s, those people who were kids when we made the films, they love them. To them, their Star Wars films, it's their Star Wars films to how for Ewan growing up it was in the 70s the original Star Wars films." And he says it was our films. He basically just compares it to the new generation. The prequels were their Star Wars films, and I think that's gonna eventually trickle down to the newest generation who eventually will be sequels fans. Straight up, because I think a lot of kids that did end up watching Star Wars and that whose family does like Star Wars, I think a lot of the kids do like the sequel characters. So it'll be cool to see the next generation that does like the sequels. As Ewan's saying, it's beautiful that the people who are my age get to have the Kenobi series, and that it's going to be a beautiful homage to them most likely. So I just wanted to read you guys that passage from the Forbes article. To me, it's awesome to see how excited Ewan McGregor is for the Obi Wan Kenobi series. It's going to be even more amazing seeing him being Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen reprise their roles again. Anakin Skywalker and Obi Wan Kenobi back in their full form, man. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be freaking awesome, and I do think we could see it on Super Bowl Sunday. Let me know when you guys think we could get the Kenobi trailer. Let me know what you think in the chat, and how excited are you for it? Darth Chaos says, "I don't know, I guess we'll probably get 45 to 50 minute episodes for Kenobi." Yeah, from what I've heard, Darth Chaos, they should be over an hour each episode actually, so I'm really hoping that is the case. We'll see if it happens. Omar Gaming says, "Obi-Wan Kenobi is gonna fight Darth Vader." Yes, he is. You already know. Hello, Patricia. Yes, it is always good to have Patricia here. Always good. "We should get a bunch of TV spots," says Darth Chaos. Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm expecting. Callisto says, "Sending good vibes your way, Mike." Hey, yeah, definitely. All the vibes to Mike Porter tonight. Everybody send Mike Porter, Tim, Callisto, everybody in the chat. Just send each other some love. It's a good time to be a Star Wars fan. Good time to be friends with each other, because gosh dang it, it's a great time to be in this nerdy content. So let's get on with it. Do you guys think, in the chat, let me know, do you think the Kenobi release date coming out today is damage control? Personally, I don't think it's damage control. I think Lucasfilm is very proud of what they did in the Book of Boba Fett. Regardless of how you feel about it, I think it was a pretty good show overall. I think it was a fun season that brought in a lot of awesome new innovations to Star Wars, and a lot of awesome character detail to many of the most beloved characters in Star Wars. So to me, whatever you think of the Book of Boba Fett, I don't think this is damage control. I think it just is coincidental that the Book of Boba Fett was scheduled to finish today, and it was actually the Disney Investor Day too. So I think it was just more that they ended up coinciding. It was more of a coincidence, and yeah, I don't think it's damage control at all. Tim says, "No damage control, just give us something." Yeah, exactly. To be honest, we've been freaking asking for release dates for months. So like, the people saying it's damage control, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Because I mean, come on guys, at least we have a release date now. At least we're getting stuff. And I know that'll happen as it goes, but I think this is kind of how they planned it. Darth Chaos says, "No, I don't think so. They're just starting to get it right back up. and keeping the hype going. Yeah, you're definitely right. Callisto says, I think we should get another announcement whether we liked Book of Boba Fett or not. I think I definitely think they already planned it as well, Callisto. That is a great point that you put there, and I did kind of say that. I definitely agree with you guys. I'm not damaged. Nah, Don, of course not. I'm a little damaged. I'll tell you guys that. Tim says, it's coming in 3 months. That's nothing. Yes, it's gonna be a quick 3 months. Like, honestly, like, it might drag at times, but I mean, subscribe to the channel, man. We're gonna get your Kenobi fix all set. You know, you guys are itching for that Kenobi. I know, I am too. So subscribe to the channel. Go check out Vader's Lair. We're gonna be covering Kenobi as it approaches, and if Bad Batch ends up coming out on May 4th as well, we're gonna be covering that too. So just make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you smash the like button on this video if you're enjoying it, because dang it, man, it's gonna be hyped, man. I definitely think Bad Batch is around the corner. I don't know how we're gonna do it if both shows are coming out, man. But these next 3 months, though, as we approach the Bad Batch and Kenobi, we're going to be doing a Clone Wars rewatch. So, I mean, again, subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be rewatching the Clone Wars in chronological order. That might give you some extra context to what we see in Kenobi. It could have given you some extra context to what we saw last night in the Book of Boba Fett. I know we didn't really say it. If you're just coming in and if you're new to the channel, first of all, a big welcome to you. But we are going to touch on some spoilers here. So welcome in. We're going to touch on some spoilers in terms of Kenobi, in terms of the Book of Boba Fett episode from last night. So if you guys don't want to be spoiled, get on out of here. But come back when you do watch it, alright? Just come back once you see it. I definitely am damaged. Yeah, Smalls, you're talking my language, man. Matthew Cruz says, I kept saying to myself, this is Star Wars. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I'm so glad that's how you felt. And there was definitely times where I was like, this is some awesome Star Wars. And I think, honestly, looking back at the Book of Boba Fett season as a whole, it gave us some of the most incredible Star Wars moments that if you told me in the past decade at any point that we were going to see the things we saw in the Book of Boba Fett, I would have told you, hell no, you wildin'. I mean, with that being said, we're going to transition here to talking about the Book of Boba Fett finale again. And I will tell you guys once more, my thoughts on it have turned a little bit. And while I wasn't like, you know, oh, this sucks, you know, it ruins the whole season. No, that definitely wasn't my mood or how I felt. I just felt my expectations were a little too high going into last night's watch party for episode 7 of the Book of Boba Fett, the finale. You know, I was expecting a big finale. And it was pretty big, and although some of it maybe felt a little bit anticlimactic for me, it goes back to what we were saying for Star Wars for the next generation and everything, and how, you know, people like me that grew up with the prequels love it. Like, the kids that see this Book of Boba Fett episode are going to love it, man. They're going to have a blast with this season, and I don't know. In some ways, not wishing anytime soon, but I can't wait to show this series to my kid one day. You know what I'm saying? So, with the Book of Boba Fett, I think we got to take a little bit of a step back, as we did with the Bad Batch as well, in terms of scoops and leaks and everything. Now, obviously, there were some pretty big stuff that did leak from the Book of Boba Fett, but there were a lot of scoops that just weren't right at all. I mean, there was sort of a sequel connection, but viewer on YouTube or on Twitter literally deleted his account after saying that there was going to be a sequel connection. I mean, a whole bunch of people were saying there was going to be a bunch of huge mind, you know, face melting cameos in the Book of Boba Fett finale, and we were covering it, man. But that didn't happen. No, that didn't happen. But I mean, as an episode though, I thought it was a good episode, man. And looking back, like, I really loved the fight between Boba Fett and Cad Bane. I'll deep dive and kind of break down it here in a minute, but I don't know, man. That was some of the best Star Wars. Some of those scenes were some of the best Star Wars I've seen in years. So I did take notes on the fight between Cad Bane and Boba Fett. Their rematch from that unfinished Clone Wars arc. And it was a rematch for sure. Between the metal plate on Cad Bane's head. Obviously, the dent that's been on Boba Fett's helmet all this time. Just some of the words and dialogue that they had referencing it, man. It was awesome. think it had a fan film feel. C4C, I get you. There definitely was some points that felt fan filmy, but I don't know, man. I enjoyed it for what it was. It didn't quite meet my expectations, but if I have to give it a rating now, I give it at least a 7.5, which before I was saying at most a 7, so at least a 7.5, but I'd probably give it an 8. I would give it an 8. The series as a whole, I would give it an 8 looking back. I mean, thinking between the Cad Bane and Boba Fett, I mean, first of all, the fact that Bane ends up dying a bounty hunter is something that comes to mind as I thought about this fight over and over. Boba Fett earlier in the series, I think it was episode 4, he talks with Fennec Shand in the flashbacks how, this life of bounty hunting, it's gonna get him killed. He's working these ridiculous jobs for these stupid employers, and you see that so vividly in this finale. I mean, look how stupid the Pikes were. I mean, that wasn't a very good, I'm going to be the first to say it, that wasn't a good villain. Like, I didn't like that the Pikes were the big bads, but whatever, man, it fits the story narrative, you know what I'm saying? Like, those were some idiot bosses that hired Cad Bane, and because his bosses were stupid, they had him fighting against Boba Fett and his whole dang crew. And then his whole hubris and ignorance to the fact that Boba Fett's, he thinks that Boba's been dead for 5 years, and he's been hanging with the Tuskens. But no, he learned some of the Tusken tribe culture. He really became one with the Tuskens, and in the end, that little bit it brought Boba beyond just, Yeah, Cad Bane saw his connection to the Tuskens as a weakness, when it was really the acceptance and belonging of the Tuskens culture and learning their ways that really strengthened Boba and made him more than just a bounty hunter in that final scene, which Bane's hubris really led to his downfall. He thought that, Boba Fett was a killer, yeah, but then he had him dead to rights, ready to kill him, and because Boba Fett had that connection to the Tuskens, he was able to get the upper hand and end up killing Cad Bane. So I don't know, man. I thought it was a poetic ending to Cad Bane. He's always thought he was better than Jango Fett and the clones. I think as much as he had a relationship with Jango Fett at one point, Jango was his mentor and everything. Throughout the Clone Wars, he took pride in killing the clones and learning how to take them out. He would bait all of them just the way he baited Boba Fett into fighting him in this one and trying to fight him initially the first time they did the little standoff there. So I don't know, man. Looking back, what they did with Cad Bane's character and the way that they tied up Cad Bane and Boba Fett's arc together, and the way the two characters interacted in this episode, I thought it was perfection, man. I thought it was such a perfect ending for the two's character arc together. I thought it showed the growth of Boba Fett and the fact that as awesome and dope as Cad Bane is, he hasn't changed all these years. He's been the same dude all this time. It's very similar to Darth Maul. How when Darth Maul has the opportunity to learn from his mistakes and grow and move on from it, he makes even bigger mistakes, So I don't know, man. I really liked what they did with the characters. It wasn't the best episode, and I think all of us can point that out. It wasn't the best episode ever. Episode 6 was the best episode ever. But that's part of it too. I think high expectations after episodes 5 and 6. The fact that maybe it was a little bit rushed towards the end, or felt that way because we spent so much time with other characters. I don't know, man. Overall, the season for me, an 8. A solid 8 out of 10. I think it was a fun season. It did a lot for the Boba Fett character, and I think we're going to see him in the future. Obviously, there was maybe a setup for Cobb Vanth becoming the mayor of Tatooine and Boba Fett eventually leaving, it seemed like. I don't know, man. There's a lot of setup from this show that I think is going to play into the Favreau-verse, the Mando-verse, whatever you want to call it, later on. And it is awesome to see. It is awesome to see. Hello there, Hawks Holocron. Brian Stone, welcome into the chat as well. I hope you guys are doing good. Let's get back into what you guys were saying here. Callisto said, you said right away you didn't know how you felt. You let it simmer in your perception before making a judgment. Yeah, Callisto, and I'm glad I did. I think I was a little bit harsh last night when I was kind of, making my critic, because I do have to make a critic on stream and everything. But I don't know, man. I've really enjoyed it for what it was looking back. I've only watched the episode one time, but I've seen the fight between Cad Bane and Boba about 1 million. So good to see you, Brian Stone. Good to see you. Let's see what you guys are saying. Darth Chaos says, what was it? Respect that manners, considering they're out. Yeah, I feel you. Matthew Cruz says, I wanted Boba to kill Bane for his life to go full circle from Jango teaching Boba and dying by him. Just wanted to see Bane get more action. Yeah, I wanted to see a little bit more from Bane too, but I think the way that they portrayed him in these 2 live action episodes, the fact that Dave was able to bring him in, it was perfection the way that they, played him. It was very Western. I don't know, man. I loved how they played on the good, the bad, and the ugly kind of trope. I loved the standoff and how Boba Fett ends up beating him. I just thought it was very, very poetic. I loved it. I loved the fight. I love that we saw Boba kill Cad Bane. And I know, look, I'll be the first to say, I got a video up on the channel that's blown up. It's literally a clip of the fight between Boba and Cad Bane. And you could check out the comments of how people feel about this fight and how many people think that Cad Bane survived. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe Cad Bane did survive. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you think Cad Bane could be alive? Personally, I think the trope of characters surviving is almost a little overplayed at this point. I mean, bring back Mace Windu, but after that, try to limit it a little bit. I mean, you don't have to. But, I don't know, man. I don't think he's coming back. Technically, he's already come back with getting shot in the head in the unfinished Clone Wars arc. So for me, let the past die. Kill it if you have to. I think Cad Bane is donezo. I think it's time for Santa to get up in the lair. Let's go. But yeah, again, I want to just emphasize that I really feel like Cad Bane never really moved past the bounty hunting life as we see Boba Fett does in the show. And he ends up suffering the same fate as Jango Fett, dying in the sand. So I don't know, man. Very poetic ending to the Cad Bane character. Darth Chaos says, us older folks will say, y'all are funny. Ashton says, I feel like they wanted it to end in peace because Thrawn might be the next villain. Yo, that would be dope. He could be. I've been wondering who was really behind the Night of 1,000 Tears, and I would not doubt it if it's Thrawn. And we kind of get the Thrawn setup in Mando Season 3, and then, of course, the whole payoff in Ahsoka. It's going to be a good time, man. Subscribe to the channel because when Ahsoka drops, your boy is going to lose his mind. I'm getting super, super stoked for the Kenobi series already, and trust me, Kenobi's going to be lit. May 25th, it's right around the corner. Freaking excited as hell. I mean, if you guys want us to talk about the Kenobi kind of leaks or potential spoilers at some point, let me know down in the chat if you want us to talk about that. But we don't really have to yet. We can do it as the series approaches. Let's get in the chat. Dude, trust me, bro, says, Bane alive. Heard the beeping. Bro, last night you were saying he was dead. I don't know if I trust you. Dude, trust me, bro. Matthew Cruz says it was poetic, but Cad Bane should have caused more problems than that. I feel you. I don't know. I don't have any problems with what they did with Cad Bane. If anything, I just wish the stakes were a little higher in terms of the pikes. But again, I think it goes back to play into the trope of bounty hunters being hired by idiots. Tim says, since Book of Boba was announced, I thought the show is going to be there for the Boba to build up his army for the bigger story. Yeah, I feel you, Tim. And I think, honestly, the thing that was the most head scratching to me at the end of the Book of Boba Fett is when Boba says to Fennec, this life isn't for us. I don't know if he's literally saying, like, we're not going to do this anymore. And then, the post-credit scene's a hint to Cobb Vanth taking over Mos Pelgo or becoming the mayor or something. I don't know what that was. I don't know if Boba's going to end up helping Din reclaim Mandalore or what is really going on there, but I don't know. It was really interesting to see. It kind of, for me, dampens what we saw throughout the series with the Boba Fett character. But I still love the show, man. I love the show as a whole. The fact that we got the lore and the fact that it was kind of Mando season 2.5. And that's the thing. Like, we had heard it was going to be a Mandalorian season 2.5 for the longest time. And all of a sudden, we're all upset when it happens. Or, like, people are like, oh, it wasn't about Boba Fett, though. Like, we had heard this was going to kind of be the case. So I kind of like what we got set up with Boba Fett, at least, and the future that we could see with this character. So I have no problems with it. I loved, again, how it all kind of led up to the fight with Cad Bane. It was a blast of a show, man. It was a lot of fun covering it with you guys. And, I mean, it got us up over the 500 subscriber mark. A lot of new faces here. I really appreciate everybody that came to the watch party last night. As I said earlier, let's get back in the chat, though. We getting off track. Kalisto says, I like what you said about Cad's death. That is poetic, especially after Cad saying Boba's change has made him weak. Boba showed him otherwise. Exactly. I love it, because the literal thing that Cad Bane is saying made him weak is what ends up leading to Cad Bane's death. It's great, man. It's great. And it's even more poetic in the fact that they already have dueled for years. They've been kind of rivals. He was rivals with his dad. The fact that he thought he was better than Jango Fett. Like, literally, they were the two best bounty hunters in the galaxy. And when Jango Fett died, Cad Bane's like, yeah, I'm the best, right? And then Boba Fett slowly grows. And he almost took it as a challenge. He's like, you know what? I'm going to mentor Boba and see if he can get as good as Jango and maybe even better than me. And eventually, even that leads to his downfall. And Boba Fett, grew past the bounty hunting life that he never could. Now, the tribe theme is gonna go over the Mandalorians, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I feel that, Tim. I feel that. He might definitely feel some tribe and connection to the Mandalorians now, especially now that we know his dad was a foundling. So, definitely like where your head's at there, Tim. Brian Stone says, Tim, that's a great take. The Mandalorians and Tusken tribe lifestyles are pretty similar. Definitely, man. I would love to see Boba Fett get more integrated back into the Mandalorian culture. I mean, I've been saying for a while, like, I really want Din Djarin to, become Mandalore and wield the Darksaber forever. Or at least until Grogu gets it passed down to him. But I would still love it if Boba Fett ends up becoming Mandalore at some point. To your guys' point there, I would love to see Boba kind of do what he did in Legends and really try to, bring a new era to Mandalore. I mean, and again, it kind of goes to what the armorer said in episode 5. The Mythosaur will rise up and usher in a new age of Mandalore. And she says obviously that's in Legends, or that story only exists in Legends, but maybe that's a reference to them bringing it in from Legends. Who knows? Inevitable. Yes, I am inevitable. What does Vader's lair say about people who hate Star Wars? He says, quit picking on me. Sheave me alone. That's dad joke Mike Porter for you right there. That was a classic. That's a good one there. I should tweet that one out. Or if you tweet it out, I'll quote tweet it or retweet it, man. That's a good one. Boba will be in Mando season 3. So, potential spoiler alert, real quick. Turn your headphones down for 2 seconds if you don't want to hear any potential spoilers for The Mandalorian season 3. But from what we've heard about a scene in The Mandalorian season 3, Din Djarin is going to be uniting like something close to like 30 to 70 Mandalorians, a huge amount of Mandalorians in this scene, right? And Boba Fett apparently was going to be at his side in that scene. So I like where your head's at there with Boba being in Mando Season 3 Darth Chaos. I definitely think that could have been set up. And the way that they're kind of intertwining these shows and connecting the Favroni universe or Star Wars universe, Mando universe, whatever you want to call it, I definitely would love to see it. I would love to see it. Do you remember Cad Bane infiltrating the Senate on Coruscant and holding all of the senators hostage? R.I.P. Dude, that was the first time that we saw Cad Bane, Matthew Cruz, back in the season finale of season 1 of the Clone Wars. So, I mean, how poetic, too, that the season 1 finale of Clone Wars was the first time we saw Cad Bane, and the season finale of the Book of Boba Fett is the last time we see him. Definitely dope. And yeah, I remember as a little kid seeing Cad Bane walk into that Senate and hold all of those senators hostage and everything. Like, he was such a dope character. It still is, man. I will forever love the Cad Bane character. Again, I thought they did such justice to him in live action. So, fantastic character forever. I will always love Cad Bane, and I will always love what they did with him. Small says he's totally gonna be Din in Mando. Oh, he's totally gonna be with Din in Mando 3. Yeah, I think so too, Smalls. I think so too. Brian Stone says that was a dope episode. Yeah. He's talking about the episode of Clone Wars. Yeah, that episode was freaking fantastic. And we have resources. We definitely got some resources up in here, man. We got some resources. So let's go on. Let's talk a little bit more. As I said earlier, I do want to update you guys on the Bad Batch and Andor Season 1 and kind of what's going on with Andor 2. We haven't really talked about the latest updates of Andor too much. I think I brought it up with X-Wing and Star Wars Obsession the other day when I was talking to them. But in terms of Bad Batch, the latest rumor, like I've been talking about through this stream, is that we are probably going to get the Bad Batch on May 4th. So it's possible that, you know, with May 25th being the Kenobi release date and everything, you know, May 25th is around the corner, but May 4th is right before that. And if Bad Batch starts airing on May 4th, which is a Wednesday, that means that they both could end up running congruently, which would be so dope, man. It would be dope to get Bad Batch and Kenobi, even if there is no sleep, no rest for the wicked, no rest for Sheev. In terms of Andor, though, we again today in the investor call, we had actually found out that Andor was confirmed 100%. It is going to be in 2022, so we're expecting the back half of the year kind of thing. And with Andor, we had heard it was going to either be 12 episodes for season 1, which would be the longest Star Wars Disney Plus live action show to date, for a season at least, or it was going to be 6, and they were going to split season 1 into 2 seasons. We still don't really have confirmation on this, but there has been kind of contradicting reports on whether or not this is going to happen. The latest rumors is that it is going to be all 12 episodes for season 1, and season 2, according to Stellan Skarsgård, is going to be filming at the back half of this year, probably around the same time that it is going to be releasing. So pretty exciting stuff there. I think the Andor show is really slept on. A lot of fans are getting pretty hyped over it. I think we could get a lot of stuff in terms of crazy stuff during the Empire during that time. So I'm excited to see it, man. I'm excited to see Andor. I think my most anticipated show right now is Ahsoka still. Kenobi right after that, especially after getting the release day. And then it's Andor. You know, I'm hoping we get some confirmation on the Book of Boba Fett season 2 as well. I mean, let me know what you guys think about that. Oh, there was some other Star Wars news that kind of went under the radar with everything else going on today, but it's actually some really fantastic news in my opinion. Apparently, The Force Unleashed, I don't know if you guys remember that game. Fantastic game. Sam Witwer is the main character, and it is a character known as Starkiller, Galen Merrick. One of the best Legends characters in my opinion. I loved playing those Force Unleashed games. But the reason I'm bringing up Force Unleashed is apparently that Force Unleashed is going to get a, not remake, but a, what's the word I'm looking for? Refurbish or a remaster. The Force Unleashed is getting a remaster for the Switch. The Nintendo Switch is going to have The Force Unleashed on it. That's pretty freaking exciting news, man. I do have a Switch, so you can bet your dollar that I'm for sure going to be getting The Force Unleashed. I'm going to definitely be playing that game. I'm going to get a capture card pretty soon here, probably within the next couple of weeks, and when I do, I'm definitely down. Of course, we're going to be watching the Clone Wars in chronological order in the next 3 months. We're going to try and knock it all out in the next 3 months if that's possible. And then other than that, I'm down to play The Force Unleashed when it does eventually come out with you guys here on the channel. And then we're going to probably do the Jedi Fallen Order games. So Jedi Fallen Order 2, we've heard rumors we're going to get some updates on that game on May 4th. We're probably going to get a release date for it, which we can expect in the back half of the year as well, probably around the same time as Andor, maybe a little bit after. And I'm probably going to be playing through the first Jedi Fallen Order game leading into that, and then we're going to be doing the second one when it does come out on the channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, it is a remaster, Cedric54. Thank you for that. By the way, I love the Doge profile pic you got there. That's lit. A port. I want to see Boba and Mando be best bros. Yeah, me too. They already are. It's awesome, man. On Switch, let's go. Oh, yes, Darth Chaos. It is supposed to be on Switch. He says I need to pre-order that ASAP. Agreed, dude. Oh, I cannot wait to get back into the Force Unleashed. That first game was fantastic. The second one I loved even more. But dude, I hope we get a remaster of Force Unleashed 1 and 2, man. I really like that show, man. I like that game. I like that game. Callisto says, when will you be starting the Clone Wars watch parties? And if there's time before Kenobi, will you throw in some Rebels episodes? Oh, definitely. We have to watch Twin Suns before Kenobi, Callisto. Come on. Twin Suns is one of my favorite episodes of Star Wars, like, ever. So we'll definitely have to watch some relevant stuff there. But yeah, man, it's gonna be lit. Derpy Gaming says Super Bowl teaser. I'll get into it soon here. Remind me, Derpy Gaming. I'll get back into it. But yeah, back to Callisto's point on when will I be starting the Clone Wars watch parties. We're gonna probably be doing the Clone Wars chronological rewatch watch parties. Man, that's a mouthful. We're probably gonna start that this weekend. I'll update you guys through the Discord. We're gonna be doing a giveaway on the Discord, by the way. You know that, Callisto, but join the Discord to get updates on the watch party. We might end up starting it Sunday, but if I'm free Saturday morning, I'll find out Friday for you guys. We'll probably do it Sunday though, and we'll probably watch at least one arc. We might end up watching the Clone Wars movie. I don't know. We'll see. That is the introduction to Ahsoka, so we'll probably have to watch it, but we'll see how it goes, Callisto. If you got any suggestions for me, let me know. But I'm gonna have to figure out how we're gonna schedule all of this in the next 3 months as well, because there's got to be a weekend where we just knock out a whole bunch of episodes. But I'm gonna start. I'll probably start campaigning for the Clone Wars rewatch tonight, and going into this weekend, we'll definitely make sure people are aware of it. And then we're going to start the chronological rewatch of Clone Wars, man. It's going to be a good time. We'll probably start on Sunday, but again, I'll update you guys in the Discord. I'll figure out what we got to do for it. Matthew Cruz says, and then set up with Chrysanthemum, Fennec, and Power Rangers all seems promising. Yeah, I like that little scene that we got there with all of them and Fennec and Boba talking to him. That was a cool little end there with the Melu run. Bo B says the Cad fight was anticlimactic. Hope he isn't dead. Yeah, I talked about it a little bit before this, Bo B. I can understand people thinking it was anticlimactic. Personally, I think it was very poetic. There's almost more to the backstory of that fight than the actual fight, I think. It was very reminiscent of what we got in Rebels with the Twin Sun episode, and the last fight between Darth Maul and Obi Wan Kenobi, or Maul and Kenobi, where Kenobi ends up killing Maul in like 2 swoops of his saber. So it reminded me a lot of that. I think there's a lot of history between the two characters, similar to how Maul and Kenobi have a lot of history. There's just so much poetry to this Cad Bane versus Boba Fett fight that I really loved it, man. I really loved it, but I can understand feeling that it was anticlimactic as well. I understand that feeling. Skip the movie, says Matthew Cruz. Yeah, I understand. Trust me. As a kid, I loved the Clone Wars movie, but we'll see. We'll see. Twin Suns was epic, dude. Small's Twin Suns is perfection. Brian Stone says, someone send me an invite to the Discord, please. Brian Stone, you can find the Discord in our description in the link below, actually. So if you want to join the Discord, Brian, it is in the link in the description below. Go check it out. We're doing a giveaway through there. There's Tim. He put the link in the chat as well. So there it is. If you want to join the Discord, make sure to join that link that we just pinned into the chat. We're going to be doing a Funko giveaway. We're going to give away all 5 members of the Bad Batch. Or if you guys have a Bad Batch Funko or just don't want the Bad Batch Funkos, even though Season 2 is coming out May 4th, you know. If you guys don't want one of those, we are doing we could do a Boba Fett pop too. It's a Mandalorian Boba Fett pop, but it's a very cool Boba Fett pop. It is. But if you want one of those Funko Pops, make sure to join the Discord. We're doing a giveaway now that we've surpassed 500 subscribers. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're new here, big welcome to you. Make sure to subscribe because we're going to be doing a whole bunch of content all 2022 as Star Wars is ramping up. I mean, I don't know if you saw the Book of Boba Fett, but it was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. It was a wild ride. And I think the rest of 2022 is going to be even wilder. So subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button if you're enjoying this video. It helps a lot. I appreciate you. Wrecker is mine, says Smalls. Do it. We'll see. We might end up doing the giveaway during the Clone Wars watch party. So if you guys are interested, we're going to be doing it through the Discord, and we'll probably do it during the watch party. We'll see how it goes. I'm still new to this whole Discord thing and like getting used to it. So we'll see how it goes, but it should be a lot of fun. But that is the bulk of the news. How long have we been going here? We've been going about 47 minutes. We'll go a little bit longer. We'll get into the chat here. What was I gonna say? I don't know. You know, as a scooper and someone that does get into leaks, I think we got to take a little bit of a step back. I can bring it up actually real quick. I want to give a shout out this season to the scoopers that got stuff right, because there were some really good sources this year, and although a lot of people got stuff at the back half of the season wrong, especially the finale, I think honestly big props to the scoopers. They did a really good job. We had found out that the Mandalorian, Grogu, and Luke Skywalker were all going to be in the show almost half a year ago. So props to the scoopers, to the leakers. I think they did a great job covering this show, getting a lot of things right. And although they got a whole ton of stuff wrong, I do want to give credit here. Where is it? Alright, here it is. Compilation of reports for the Book of Boba Fett. Let's give credit where it's due, people. So, Deadline reported that the series basically talking about the series' existence, and Sophie Thatcher was going to be in it. Props to Deadline for that. The Direct had talked about Jordan Bolger. The Illuminati got the Drash and Scad, Sophie Thatcher, and Jordan Bolger thing. So all 3 of them kind of got the Drash and Scad. So props to Deadline, the Direct, and the Illuminati. All some pretty reliable sources. HoloNet Marauders got the report on Chrysanthemum, so shout out to the HoloNet Marauders. MSW, or Making Star Wars, got the scoop on the N1 Starfighter and Vespas. Good job on that one. Jordan Mason, of course, got the scoop on Din Djarin. I think he got the scoop on Luke and Grogu, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see down here below. But Jordan Mason, very beloved scooper in the community. I think he does a great job. He was very critical of the Book of Boba Fett, and I think he did a fantastic job. I think he's still one of the best scoopers in the game, so shout out to Jordan Mason for getting the Din Djarin scoop for this show. Reddit user got the scoop on the Hammerhead Ithorian crime boss, or Mayor Mak Shaiz, that we see in the show. So, props to the Reddit user, man. That's pretty wild. Collider got that the series is Mandalorian Season 2.5. Shout out to Collider for getting that. That's pretty hilarious. And then Bespin Bulletin got a few things here. Bespin Bulletin really is one of the best sources around. I really, truly love the people over at Bespin Bulletin. But they got the Bryce Dallas Howard episode being directed by her, episode 5. They got that on their podcast. They also got the Din Djarin N1 ship and the Ahsoka apparently being in the show as well. They posted a GIF just a few hours before the episode. So shout out to Bespin Bulletin. They've always been some of the best people out there. Of course, all of these scoopers, not everybody gets everything right. Most scoopers do get things wrong. I mean, you're literally never going to get every scoop right. But again, shout out to these dudes. Real quick, the last two people, Star Wars News Net and LRM. Star Wars News Net got another couple of these scoops correct. And again, one of the best scoopers in the game, one of the best sources. They got Boba riding a Rancor, revenge and armor change, and they got Grogu being in the series. So shout out to Star Wars Newsnet. And the last one, LRM, got the scoop on Cad Bane. Big shout out to LRM. Big shout out. What a hell of a season, though. I hope you guys enjoyed the Book of Boba Fett season 1, because it was a blast. It was a blast. Motor City Nerd says, I'm super pumped for Kenobi. Motor City Nerds, I'm freaking hyped. It's freaking dope, man. I can't wait. Jensen says, the Lego Skywalker saga is the next most hyped thing for me after Kenobi series. Dude, Jensen, that Lego Skywalker game is freaking slept on, man. I don't know if everybody in the chat has seen the trailers, but wow, that game looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait to get it. We might end up, even when I get the capture card, we might end up streaming that game as well, because I think the Lego Star Wars game is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm so excited for the Kenobi series, man. I'm so happy to find out the release date is May 25th, right before Star Wars Celebration. We barely even talked about that. I mean, hopefully, freaking hopefully, I can get a ticket to Celebration. It is in Anaheim, so it's in my neck of the woods, right across the street from Tython kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hopeful that I can get into Star Wars Celebration right after the Kenobi series starts up. It's going to be a lot of fun having Kenobi being right alongside Celebration and the beginning of it starting right before Celebration. Fans are going to get so hyped, man. It's going to be a great time. It's just 2022 is a fantastic year to be a Star Wars fan, man. What a year. Tim says, bro, I can't believe that 80% of the rumors were wrong and we're talking about the ones that they got right. But we have to get credits to the one that got right. Hey, if you don't like it, bro, you know I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tim. Ashton said, make sure to like and subscribe. And yes, like Tim said, what Ash said. Smash that like button. Subscribe, peoples. Thank you. Darth Chaos says, Tim, they did, but lots of people are hung up on the title of the show, believe it or not. Yeah. Boba Fett is legit my mom's favorite thing in a long time. Hey, Motor City Nerds, that's awesome. I think my mom really liked episodes 5 and 6 also. She hasn't seen the finale yet, but yeah, dude, I think honestly with the Book of Boba Fett, it's going to draw a lot more normie fans back in again, along with what they did with the Mandalorian. I think the fact that they brought Grogu into the show with Din Djarin and everything and made them such, focal characters, it's going to bring a lot of fans into the Book of Boba Fett. I can't tell you how many normie fans I've had personally ask me about Star Wars while the show has been going on. They know about my channel and everything. My boss at my day job asks me about it all the time. How is the latest episode and everything? I'm like, oh, dude, yeah, good stuff, right? So, I had normies, my boss, my grandpa, asking me if Grogu was going to be in the show. I mean, how was I even supposed to respond at the time? Because Grogu wasn't even in the show when they asked me. And I'm like, I think so. I think he's going to be in it. I don't know, man. It's been a blast with this show, though. I really hope that the normie fans enjoy what they got out of it. My mom kind of said that the beginning of it was a little bit boring. From what I gathered from some of her friends, they kind of felt the same way. But a lot of them really, really loved what we saw in episodes 5 and 6. So I'm glad that the normies are seemingly enjoying it. I hope you guys all enjoyed it too. So hell yeah. Skylar says, I can't wait to see Hayden reprise his role. Me too, Skylar. I mean, Hayden has been rumored to reprise his role in both Kenobi and the Ahsoka show. So it's so awesome, man. And I can't stress enough how exciting it is to have the Kenobi release date finally be here. May 25th, man. It's around the corner. Carlton says, I hope there's tons of lightsaber play. It would be nice to see him swing a saber again. Yeah, dude, it definitely is going to be dope seeing Kenobi swing a saber. He's holding one in the poster, so I think we will see a lot of lightsaber play. We've heard the Inquisitors might be in it, but we don't know yet. Take that with a grain of salt. I wouldn't even consider that a spoiler yet, because, I mean, we can kind of expect that kind of stuff to be in this time period, but, you know, we are getting to some spoilerish territory here. So MK Matt says, yo, what's up, MK Matt? And I don't know if I read this already, but Brian Stone says, oh, congrats on 500 subscribers, Vader's Lair. Hey, Brian Stone, thank you, brother. I know you've been a longtime fan of the show, a good friend of mine for quite some time. So big shout out to you, Brian Stone. Thank you for the congrats. I wouldn't be able to have 500 subscribers if it weren't for you guys and the support you guys give me. So again, thank you to the community. And here we go, man. Road to 1K, road to 1,000 subscribers, man. It's so awesome. So if you're new, subscribe, man. Subscribe. Bear99 Studios says hi. Or New Bear 99 Studios says hi. My bad. How's it going, New Bear? I hope you're doing good, man. Carlton says, yeah, I hope there's a ton of lightsaber play. Me too. Jack Connie says, why does everyone think this is the next Star Wars show when everyone is forgetting Bad Batch Season 2 is coming in spring and glossing over it? This includes Star Wars Theory. I don't know, Jack Connie. He might not keep up with all, I don't know if Theory keeps up with all of the latest rumors and stuff. I know Theory likes to be a little bit more surprised than me. I literally will spoil everything on my channel. But yeah, dude, I don't know. There's a lot of people that haven't been scooping on it. We don't know for sure that Bad Batch is coming out on May 4th, and it might not. But from what we've heard, from what the scoopers, which they got, as Tim's point, they did get a lot of stuff wrong with the Book of Boba Fett. The scoopers are saying that we can maybe expect Bad Batch on May 4th. So I still think that's going to be the next show. That's what I'm going with right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bad Batch doesn't come out till later in the season, or later in the year, maybe before Andor or after. I don't know. I originally thought Bad Batch would be something in the back half of the year, but all the scoops and stuff that I've seen indicate it coming out at May 4th, or probably being the next show. So I expect to see Bad Batch sooner rather than later, and I do expect that to be the next show. Hey, much love, Proxy. Thank you for the congratulations, dude. Smalls says, smash that like button and do it. Do it, everybody. Smash it. Polar Pro Gamer says, when does it come back again? I think I'm lost in the context here. Sup, Jay? How you doing? Polar Pro Gamer, I'm not sure what you mean on when does it come back again. If you're talking about the Book of Boba Fett, we don't know if it's going to come back. We can kind of expect there might be a season 2. Bad Batch season 2 is supposed to come back May 4th from what we've heard. Kenobi is set to release May 25th officially. It's a good time, man. What's up, Jay? Jack Connie says, if Kenobi is coming out in May, I'm thinking Bad Batch is coming in April. That's possible, Jack. Who knows? Who knows? From what I've heard, they could run congruently, and Bad Batch is apparently going to be coming May 4th. I hope I say this right. Cancree says, is Kenobi live action or animation? It's going to be live action, and Ewan McGregor, the man who played Obi-Wan in the prequels, and Hayden Christensen, the actor of Anakin Skywalker, are going to be reprising their roles. They will be back in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. It's going to be awesome to see, man. It is a live action show. It's going to be a good time, Cancree. It's going to be a good time. It is probably the most anticipated show in all of Star Wars in terms of the fandom. Most people are either super excited for Kenobi or Ahsoka. Personally, I can't wait for the Ahsoka show, but man, is Kenobi going to be awesome. Mike Porter says, did you know that Bounty Hunter Fett loves the local fair? Yes, he likes to boba first. He likes to boba for apples. Oh, man. Me Malicious says, hey, what's good, bro? What's up, Me Malicious? He says, wait, are we getting Bad Batch Season 2 and Kenobi in the same month? That is the report that we've heard, Me Malicious. That is what we've heard. We don't know for sure if that's going to happen, although we do know now for sure Kenobi is set to release May 25th. Bad Batch is rumored to come out May 4th. They could come out the same month. They could air congruently for 6 weeks while the Kenobi is airing. But we don't know for sure. Dawn Clotterman says Bad Batch ending May 4th and Kenobi starting? No. Bad Batch would be starting May 4th and Kenobi starts on May 25th for sure. For sure. We already know the official release date for the Kenobi series is May 25th, and it's such an exciting date indeed. Jay says, I didn't realize how hyped I am for Kenobi until after Boba Fett. I can't wait. Dude, Jay, I feel the same way, brother. I really did enjoy myself throughout the Book of Boba Fett. I enjoyed the growth we had on the channel and how many awesome Star Wars fans got back into Star Wars with the Book of Boba Fett. Truly, it was great to see. But I think Kenobi is going to do that even more so. I think it's going to be a blast going into Kenobi. We're going to be covering it all for the next 3 months, along with our Clone Wars rewatches and everything. We're gonna be covering the shows, so subscribe to the channel, man. It's gonna be a wild ride. Bumblebee Cyberbot 2000 says Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2 special. Ooh, I don't know what you mean by that, but we have heard the Jedi Fallen Order 2 sequel will be announced on May 4th. That's at least what I've heard from my sources, from Dude Trust Me Bro. So we can expect the Jedi Fallen Order 2 game to come out in the back half of the year. It's gonna be lit, man. Brian Stone says Tim, he did hear that, but got a Bowflex and committed to. Yup. What one new animated project would you love to get? MK Matt, I would love to get a Rebels sequel more than anything, but I think we're going to get a Rebels sequel with Ahsoka, the live action Ahsoka show. So if I had to choose an animated show that I would love to get, I like what someone said in the chat here, that a Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2 special, as Bumblebee Cyberbot says. That would be kind of cool to see Cal Kestis in animation. But I'm really down for. I'm down for an animated show on the Inquisitors or on Darth Maul. We've heard rumors that could happen eventually, but I don't think they're very solid. Who knows if that actually would happen, but it'd be dope. Jay says, what other series do you want them to make? Well, okay, to my point just now, I've heard rumors of an Inquisitor series being kind of talked about at Lucasfilm. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but personally, I would love to see a series on the Inquisitors. I am very intrigued with the Darksiders. I would love to see a young Sheev Palpatine. They do call me Sheev the Wise, but I think a young Sheev story of him, eventually killing Plagueis, learning from him, whatever was going on before the Clone Wars, I would love to see his rise to becoming the Emperor, man. It would be such a cool show, in my opinion. I imagine just seeing a young Sheev, and it's just like, oh, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. And then you're just like, oh, we will watch your career with great interest because it's a young Sheev, Carlton says, keep up the good work, dude. Hey, much love, Carlton. He says, love you, man. I'm here for the ride to watch your channel grow. I really appreciate that, Carlton. You guys are really the best. You guys are the best. Mike Porter says, say whatever you want, Mando and baby, it's the greatest reunion ever. Dude, it really was. It was such a beautiful reunion. It was so touching. The fact that Grogu was just squeezing up on him, didn't want to let go. It was cute. It was real cute. Imperial Commander Cody. I would love to see Kenobi. I would love to see Commander Cody in an Imperial Commander Cody in the Kenobi show. I think it's been kind of rumored out there. I would love to see that happen. And the other thing we've kind of heard rumored, with no real validity, just a rumor. So take it with a grain of salt. But we've heard that in the Kenobi show, there could potentially be some Clone Wars flashbacks, and I would love to see Tamura Morrison playing both Rex and Cody. I would love to see a younger Ahsoka, and then Ewan and Hayden playing, Obi Wan and Anakin in the Clone Wars. How cool would that be to see, man? Me Malicious says, do you reckon that the BD unit we saw in the Book of Boba Fett was the same one that was with Cal and Jedi Fallen Order? So Jedi Fallen Order would have taken place quite some time before this. So honestly, I don't think it is BD1. I've heard that it's not. But it is a real cool nod, though. It would be dope if it is all these years later. It would make me wonder what's happened to Cal since then. But I don't think it's the same BD unit, though. I would love for it to be, but I don't think so. Have you heard anything about the Acolyte, says Brian Stone. Acolyte's been pretty quiet recently. So I will say, Acolyte is supposed to start actually shooting pretty soon. Not like right now or anything, but it is so, by the time Andor is shooting at the end of the year for season 2, Acolyte should be well underway. Right now, Mandalorian season 3 is set to finish filming in March. Although I'm sure they're pretty close to finishing filming now, and Ahsoka is actually set to start filming in February, or actually now. From what I've heard, Ahsoka might be filming congruently with The Mandalorian. I think there might be some intertwining between The Mandalorian season 3 and the Ahsoka show. So I think it's possible a lot of the filming for Mandalorian and Ahsoka is being done right now, and then once Ahsoka finishes filming, probably quite some time after March, that's when Acolyte ends up going into production, and we'll probably find out a lot more about Acolyte as it does go into production, Brian Stone. So I'll keep you updated on that, man. I'll keep you updated on that. Keep asking about Acolyte. I'm really interested and intrigued with the Acolyte show. I think it could be a lot of fun. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. For real, says Jay. MK Matt says, personally, I'd love a post Return of the Jedi animated series following the adventures of Luke, Han, and Leia. That would be awesome, MK. I would absolutely love that. I really would. Callisto says, yes, young Palpatine. That would be amazing. Dude, wouldn't it be, though? There could be a couple really good actors to play him too, and depending on how young he is, like if it's a teenage Palpatine, they could do a certain actor, and then like a young mid-20s or maybe even early 30s Palpatine. I mean, the dude is like lives forever practically, right? So it's poetry, it rhymes. It does. Bumblebee Cyberbot 2000 says, Phase 3 Captain Hauser. Whoa, I would love to see Hauser again. Hauser's dope. HOA says, same Commander Cody Rex Wolf, give Tem the additional... Yeah, give Tem the additional payday he deserves. Do it. Tem is great, though. Yeah, honestly, I thought Tem and Ming-Na killed it in this series. Like, as whatever you want to say about the story or how you felt the execution was, I think the acting between Tem and Fennec, Ming-Na Wen, I thought they did a great job in this series. I thought the two of them have been such fun faces and people to follow throughout the show, whether it's through the interviews or just the online interaction. I love their approach to Star Wars and how they feel about it, and the way they talk about it in interviews and the way that they interact with fans. I think it's truly special, especially with Ming-Na Wen. I love her as an addition to the Star Wars universe and family, so fantastic job between the two of them. I thought this was a blast of a season. Carlton Turner says, we legit need a Maul series, dude, for real. Explain what the hell he did with Crimson Dawn and everything, bro. For real. Remzi says, Ezra is returning in Ahsoka, right? Yes. From what we know, Ezra Bridger is set to return in the Ahsoka series. We don't know when. We don't know if it'll be right away, like that's the first thing that happens, or if it's going to be, the season finale kind of thing. But I definitely think we will see Ezra Bridger. It's been rumored for quite some time who his actor is going to be, and potential spoiler alert, the actor rumored to play Ezra Bridger is Mina Massoud, the guy that plays Aladdin in the Aladdin Disney live action movies. So pretty good. Honestly, I think Mina Massoud is going to knock it out of the park with the Ezra character. Ezra is one of my favorite Jedi, one of my favorite Star Wars characters. So I think Mina Massoud is going to be a great Ezra if he does in fact play him. From as far as we know, he is going to. So heck yeah, man. Sponge says, what's your opinion on Lego Star Wars? Love it, man. Love Lego Star Wars. I grew up with Lego Star Wars. I used to play like the Revenge of the Sith one when that that one came back, the like prequel kind of one. And then I played all the Lego Star Wars games as they came out when I was a kid and everything. I think the new one looks so freaking incredible. I'm definitely gonna get it. We're probably gonna be streaming it here on the channel. So I mean, if you're into Star Wars, Lego Star Wars Sponge, subscribe to the channel, man. We're gonna be talking about a lot more as it approaches, man. It's right around the corner. Lucas in the chat says Obi Wan. I had to translate that. Is it Grand Jedi? Let me see. I gotta translate that. Give me a minute. Tim says, knowing they enjoyed their work so much makes me enjoy their show a little more too. Ming literally said it's the role of her life. Yeah, dude, I love that Ming Na loves playing in Star Wars, man. It's just like we would too. Like, it's pretty awesome. Real quick, hold on. I gotta do this. I got to do this. Obi-Wan is a great Jedi. Lucas, you're absolutely right, man. He's absolutely a great Jedi. What else are we saying in the chat? Bumblebee says Star Wars The Bad Batch first look Imperial days. Dude, yes. Carlton says he's too good of a character to kill off that quick. If you're talking about Cad Bane, I feel you, but I mean the dude was 71 years old. It had to happen at some point, right? Colin Himes, who played one of the Gamorrean guards, is supposed to be on Nerd Theory next week. Dude, that's awesome, Callisto. That's awesome. I thought the Gamorreans were a lot of fun in this show. Their death was so sad, man, when they fell off of that cliff. It was pretty wild. 11th Mississippi Infantry says, what's up? What up, 11th Mississippi? Hope you're doing good, man. Tim says, you ain't gotta translate anything, bro. I don't know what you mean, bro. I do. I have to. I know what you mean. Obi-Wan is powerful. He is powerful. Hey, Oshiv, congrats on the Cad Bane vid popping off. Steve, much love, brother. That was wild. That was wild. Dude, trust me, bro, says they just got Bane live action. I don't know if Filoni would kill him, but he did it. He said, Boba Fett, here's Cad Bane. Do it. And he did. He did it, man. Darth Chaos says, yeah, that was, I honestly didn't expect them to fly off like that. Me neither, man. Me neither. Shanks HOA says, I want a Vader series with Sam Witwer where the Starkiller story is front and center, but obviously written with a few surprises, so it's not a repeat of both. Dude, back, Shanks. If they found a way to bring in Starkiller into live action, that would be so wild. That'd be so wild if they found a way to do that. I don't think they will. I think Starkiller is probably too OP, but I would love it, man. I would freaking love it. Thank you guys for being here, though. The support the past couple of weeks has been phenomenal. You guys really do make Vader's Lair happen, and you really do make my day coming in here and chatting it up with me in the chat. So thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Kenobi releasing May 25th, man. It's going to be freaking wild ride the next 3 months. We're going to be covering it leading up to the show on the channel. If you guys are interested in watching the Clone Wars in chronological order, we're going to be starting the rewatch this Sunday. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. A big welcome to you if you are. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this stream. And we're going to be doing a giveaway now that we surpassed 500 subscribers. We're on our way to 1,000, so make sure to subscribe as we reach that goal of 1,000 subscribers. Join the Discord to have a chance at winning one of 5 Bad Batch Funko Pops. If you want a chance at winning one of our Funkos in a giveaway, join the Discord, subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you guys soon. Kenobi, hi! I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and may the Force be with you always. Have a good one, guys.